Without wasting any further time, we now shift gears to mechanization. And that's, of course, with John Deere. Now, with a track record of more than 185 years, John Deere is transforming mechanization and productivity across Africa. Here to tell us more is Jaco Beyers, who is, of course, part of the team at John Deere. Welcome, Jaco Beyers.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is actually truly a privilege to stand in front of you, to be part of this new opportunity with Mzansi Young Farmers. And wasn't it a privilege to hear a minister speak, but a minister that knows his stuff? We get a lot of opportunities, and it's fortunate to see to participate on a lot of ministers across the continent. But I need to tip my hat to this minister that knows agriculture. That's awesome. We've mentioned John Deere is 185 years old, and it started in 1837 by a guy called John Deere. And what did he do? He pioneered a self-scouring steel plow. He was a blacksmith, but he realized and understood the challenges for the farmers in the Midwest. And that was the black cotton soil kept sticking to the plow. Okay, and he pioneered this self-scouring steel plow. Today, 185 years later, John Deere is, when we're privileged to be the leader in agricultural equipment globally. We've been on the African continent for more than 100 years. Now, if you think of John Deere, you'll think of, hopefully, technology. You'll think of mechanization. But our key asset is actually our people. If you look at my team that I'm privileged to lead, look at us. Some of them you'll meet today. We look like our community we serve. We are the most diverse team in mechanization in this country. A team that knows agriculture, because if we know agriculture, we know how to support you. We know your stumbling blocks, and we can help design products and innovation that can take business forward. 68.1 million is the number of people in urban areas in sub-Saharan Africa that's facing food shortages. Now, it rapidly multiplies if you look at rural areas and you include the whole continent. Why am I mentioning that? We're in the food business, farmers. We're in the food business. That creates job security. That creates an opportunity to create wealth. If we think of South Africa and we look at the farmers around here, surely we can be the leader. We should be the agricultural leader on this continent. And if we're not, we should aspire to be. Now, I spoke about I mentioned you. Hopefully, when you think of John Deere, you think of mechanization and technology. But technology is not always a self-driving tractor. Yes, that is a big part. But one of the pictures at the back there was me in a handheld plow. That was actually in Ethiopia. That poor farmer struggled to plow 4 hectares in the entire season. Mechanization and technology is sometimes just the right horsepower equipment with the right plow and the right planter. If you leverage that right combination, we've proven it. I'm not reading facts in a journal, real facts from Ghana to Ethiopia to South Africa, in Umtata to be precise. We've proven that we can take a farmer from 1.5 tons in maize to 8 tons using the same seed and the same fertilizer. By leveraging technology in the in the right planting window. So we plow the right seed depth. When we plant with the right fertilizer spacing, seed spacing. Just by doing those basics, from 1.5 tons to 7.5 or 8 on average. Farmers, we like to see. What do we say? Seeing is believing, which is great. And that's what we're trying to do, is to show. Because I can talk here a lot. It's doing. But it's also our Achilles heel. Why am I saying that? We're doing what we've learned from our fathers. If we look at, just take South Africa, how many of our farmers are still plowing with a disc plow? We plow every year in and out exactly the same. Imagine that disc plow for the last 50 years have been plowing that same depth. There's a hard pan below it. Now, over and over, we've proven, but something as basic technology as a little ripper. The minister talked about a ripper. If you use a little ripper and you can break through that hard pan, what's the difference? I'm going to challenge you today. If some of you here or online has been using a disc plow, take a 20-liter bucket of water and pour it directly there in that plowed land. Yes, a disc plow plows beautiful. Take it for 5 minutes and wait. If you've got a ripper, if you don't, use a shovel and just dig through that hard pan, little line, draw a line. Take another 20-liter bucket of water and pour it. 5 minutes. And then you dig, go deep in. What's amazing, across this continent, if you do this experiment, the one with the disc plow of the hard pan, all that water washed away. Yes, the top is wet, exactly like a rainstorm. It looks beautiful. All that water washed away and you'll see soil erosion. Okay, all that hot water runs off. When you do it, when you did a ripper or you're just using your shovel, that water went through. So you're harvesting the water, you're keeping it there for the season. Now that is technology, people. Yes, technology is a self-driving tractor and cloud-based technologies that we can keep you busy with, and we'll get you guys there. But technology is also leveraging the basics and doing it right. And that's where our passion lies. I've had the privilege for the last 6 years to start a project in Ethiopia. I mentioned it to the minister early this morning, where we started with 50 farmers. And actually, the Minister of Urban Development in Ethiopia challenged us and said, we need to create jobs for the unemployed youth. Sounds familiar to South Africa. In 5 years, when we started small, for every tractor package, not a tractor, because a tractor is a bicycle without an implement. Only one person can sit on it. Eh? But if you sell the right package, you can employ 3 people for every package. And we created a contractor model, as we call it. Last year alone, we've sold 1,800 of those packages in a country called Ethiopia. This year it's a challenge in Ethiopia, but we're going to do 500. We've invested and we're going to make it happen. And this year, for the first time, hopefully by the end of in the next 30 days, we'll be able to do 15 of those units in the Eastern Cape. We're looking forward to expanding in South Africa. The question being asked is mechanization affordable? Can we afford it? As John Deere, we've got the power of choice. We're not selling you one tractor. We've got 27 different factories we can choose from to help you. But the business model is also interesting. Look at Uber. What's Uber doing? They revolutionized the transport industry. We want to empower our farmers. You maybe don't need to own a tractor, but the contracting model that we're testing now is exactly that. We can create entrepreneurs that can own the product, that can do the work for a bunch of farmers. If you take in a community, Umtata, We're working with contractors that doesn't know how to farm, but they have got entrepreneurship. We taught them how to operate those machines correctly. And now they do 4 hectares, 4 hectares, 4 hectares, 20, 30, 2, 1. And all of a sudden, he's doing 400, 500 hectares. That's sustainable for the farmer and for him. Truly a win-win. And that's what I want to invite all of you. Come and talk to me, talk to my team. We're in it for the long run. As John Deere, anywhere in South Africa today, you order it and you've got a tractor. It's expensive, correct? That piece of equipment. When does a tractor break? Doesn't matter what color. John Deere's as well. They do break when it's in season. Correct, not in the shed. So we've invested in 1.6 billion rands of parts to support you. Today, if you order a part at our dealership, and we've got the widest dealer network in the country. If you order a part before 3 and it's not there, and our dealers is strong, and normally they've got the part, but if they don't have it, it will be there before 10 the next morning. That is our commitment anywhere in South Africa at our John Deere dealer network. We've invested in more than 400 technicians to ensure we look after, and that's not enough. We continue to grow. But our commitment is to support our farmers. I want to close off in saying, you as a farmer, that's the key for John Deere. Each and every one of you. We want to see you succeed. I want to leave with you, the investment we've made is in your future. Let's be the best agricultural nation on this continent. Let's show what Africa needs. Let us feed them. And we would love to support each and every one and look forward to some good conversation in the next 2 days. Thank you.
We're here today to just come and demonstrate the importance of having good collaborations with private sector around upliftment of the type of work these farmers are doing. We're dealing with farmers that have farmed for a long time, and the essence of today is to come and expose farmers to mechanization and technologies that they've never been exposed to that will enhance their ability to produce.
I've started farming in 2015, doing vegetables on 5 hectares. Back in the days, we used to use a tractor that would give us many mechanical issues.
Ukanya Farmer Development made a partnership with John Deere, and then that partnership I'm the beneficiary of. And I got a planter that doesn't have downtime this time. Everything that I do it on time.
They gave us a tractor, 57.5 tractor. It's a 55 kilowatt tractor. And we started using them last year at around 15 August, planting 35 to 40 hectares of maize. Because we usually get 3 tons to 3.5 tons per hectare, and now we started harvesting, I think we have about 7.5 to 8 tons per hectare.
It has helped me a lot. I can use the mechanization to actually work a bit more efficient. I was getting 5, and then now I'm getting 8.6 tons. What mechanization has done for my farm and my business is that now I can be able to buy my own mechanization. Also helped me to decrease the time frame that I was using back then. Like the work that I used to do in 3 months, now it's done in 1 day or 2, 3 days.